But it's good that you have Believe in the Boy Who Dreams because I think this is a really great film. And just seeing the success off of like Demon Slayer Infinity Castle,
Yeah.
I really do hope it pushes more studios to do more like 2D animation
Yeah.
because I've already been seeing like announcements of like, oh, My Hero Academia live action adaptation coming, Demon Slayer live adaptation. Oh, Netflix has already bought the rights. Like
Yeah.
it, it's something where studios in their mind they're like, oh, they like the animated part. Well,
Yeah.
wait till we cast Tom Holland as Tanjiro. That would be
Yeah.
so great. It's like no,
Taking
no.
taking the wrong message. Yeah.
Nobody asked for this. Like One Piece, okay, we can leave that alone. That was good, but all the other live adaptations, not
Yeah.
that great.
Yeah. Because it looks perfectly fine as is, and it can't be topped
That is
in a
true.
live action version.
Mhm.
I think the best route is kind of like something like The Matrix, where it was heavily inspired by anime, but it wasn't a direct adaptation of any anime. So there was nothing to compare it against. Like there's obviously a Ghost in the Shell reference, but like or inspiration, but you aren't comparing it directly to Ghost in the Shell because it's not Ghost in the Shell. And then when Ghost in the Shell actually does have a live adaptation, it goes horribly because then you're comparing it to the anime. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think when you do it live, it's just best to kind of like Believe in the Boy Who Dreams, even though it's anime. It's just like lean on your inspirations, but the direct adaptations are they're tough.
For Believe in the Boy Who Dreams, were you thinking in your mind that this would be like more live action where like they cast people or is it animated?
And originally, back when I wrote it 2 years ago, I was thinking live action. Uh, but now, when I went back and did all the world building for the show that they go into, I was like, no, let's just do it as an anime. And then, like you said, thankfully, something like Demon Slayer happens that's extremely successful that should help convince people to just let it be an anime. Uh, K-pop Demon Hunters isn't like traditional anime, but again, animated. Even Ne Zha 2, the Chinese animated movie that's made $2 billion. Like all of these are examples that like yeah, just leave it animated. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you on that because animation is an incredible tool in storytelling. And I feel like with the script that you have, animation will be amazing because animation leaves no barriers. It leaves nothing like your mind is kind of like the playground. It's really just like the animators, it's up to them to kind of like bring that to life. And
Right.
with films like, Demon Slayer, with films like K-pop Demon Hunters, which was incredibly, incredibly popular, even like Into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
which,
absolutely.
is something that brings like a huge draw to people, even though it's based off like comic books and you have like, Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Into the Spider-Verse is the telling of Miles Morales, which people absolutely love. And having the animation being the tool to utilize it is different in the way where like, Tom Holland, he had to step off set recently because he had a
Right.
concussion, you
Right,
know.
right.
And even with animation, of course, you have to treat your animators well, but it's the pen and the paper and the tools past that bring the story to life. And I feel like with the world building you've done with the city, with the fight scenes, even in like the final battle, animation will be so incredible to bring it to people's screens. And I feel like people will just like fall in love with this family once they see it on the big screen.
Yeah, yeah. Animation is just like boundless imagination. You know what I mean? So that's the hope. We will see. You are a part of the journey now. And me putting the script out publicly for people to read, that's something that never has been done before. Usually, a script doesn't come out until after the movie's already been made. But yeah, I want to see if it's possible to build an audience for a script in the way that books build audiences. Because people will go see a movie based on the book, even though they know it's going to happen all the time. So I'm excited and terrified all at once.
I think that this is a really great journey for you because one piece of advice that somebody gave me recently was that like if you're ever interested in like becoming an author or writing a book, you should start promoting your book before you start writing. Like you
Mm.
should take people on the journey as you read the
Yeah.
book, as you build the characters, and then like through the publishing process. Because there are plenty of people who want to write a book but don't do it. And there are people who would be interested in your story and want to see that process, follow you along, and support you in that journey as well. And
Yeah.
whether you would like find a publisher or self-publish, either way, people want to see that story come into fruition. So it's really amazing that, you're doing it this way where it's not very traditional, but still it'll bring people to the story. It'll bring a lot of interest to, what you're trying to bring to the big screen. And I absolutely love it. I think it's out of the box and I think it's very creative, but I also think I think it'll work. I think it will bring a lot of returns for you.